Hi, this is Josh from Shamma Sandals, and today I am going to be showing you our brand new buckle that we've been developing for about a year now, and it's finally arrived. And I just want to show you the progression of our buckles and just kind of walk you through it and show you what this new buckle is all about and what the difference is. So if you come over here, so this right here is the buckle we use for our classics models, like our all browns, all blacks, and old goats. And what this is what you'd call off the shelf. Somebody just produces it and you can buy it in bulk, and it's easy to get, but it's very common. So this is what you'd find on a backpack for like a adjusting the strap this direction. It's very common. It's called a 3/4 inch tension lock. So this was our first buckle, and we made it work. We make it work with our classic lacing system. Had this for about a year and a half, 2 years. We ended up with a 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch sternum strap adjuster. And before we came up with our first custom buckle, we were buying the 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch sternum strap adjuster, and we'd have to modify it a little bit. We'd trim some pieces and then we would put them on the sandals, and that's what we used. I guess that was year 2 or 3. In any case, we'd used that for quite a while, and then we had our first custom buckle made. And so the cool thing about this buckle was, because we had this custom buckle made, we were able to get it sized exactly to the material that we were using, which was great. It just meant less chances for the buckle to actually touch the foot and make it a more comfortable, accurate experience. And so we put a lot of time into this little guy, and we're still using this one actually on our it's what we used on our all the way up to our 4th generation lacing system. We still use it on our Super collection. It's a great little buckle, and it's been serving us well for a long time. So that was our first custom made buckle. Then last year in 2019, we got these guys right here, and I have 2 of them because these are what we use for our elite lacing system. And this was the first time we had a directional buckle. So you have to use one on the left and one on the right, the way the elite system is set up. If you were to take this little section right here away, it's basically got the same number of slots as our original Shamma buckle. And so the front half, 3/4 of this buckle, or 2/3, basically does what this Shamma buckle does, except it has this added feature where it can move a couple directions and it locks the returning material. So it's a really cool buckle. And the neat thing is, look, we kind of sized it down. It did more and with less space. I had this idea last year that I wanted to develop a whole new sandal, and I'm going to be talking about that in the next video, but right now this is one of the little innovations we had for it. And so in this sandal, I really wanted to be able to lock the lacing system without any hook and loop, like reduce the sewing as much as possible. And in order to do that, we needed a buckle that would slide like the Shamma buckle and the Elite buckle, but this section, this little tab here, was going to have to pull double duty and lock adjustments in place. So I went back to our friends at Duraflex who make our buckles, and I started off with a concept, and they sent it to me, and the first one was this guy right here, this big fat buckle, ugly thing, but it was great because I was able to use this and sort of ask them to make changes and improvements, but I was also able to test my idea and see if it worked. And so actually, I guess I got to give a lot of thanks to Gary Fraze and Wendy and the rest of the team, because they've helped me quite a bit over the years, and with this buckle too. So Gary was really cool. He sent me a bunch of 3D printed buckles, and I would ask him to make changes. So the first one I was like, hey, it works, but it's just way too big. It does not need to be this big. So then he sent me this one. So you can see how gradual the changes are. This one is the thinnest on the dimensions, and I kept having him change the dimensions. I'd make it a little longer, a little wider, and my whole goal is always, I don't want any extra slack. I like things to fit well. That's important to me. So I went through all these iterations. We went through 4 of these 3D printed buckles. So this just came off his 3D printer. In any case, I got through all of that, and I was pretty confident about the shape and size of the buckle. It looked good, but I didn't know how, because of coronavirus, it took a long time to get this new webbing that I had for the new sandal. And what that meant was I couldn't fully test it. So finally I got this CNC milled. I had the material, I had the finalized webbing, and the CNC milled buckle. So they'll send you, these are like $100 for a pair of these, and it's the nice sturdy hard plastic. They're not going to break. They're just as strong as the finished ones, but you know, they mill these out of a little chunk of hard plastic. So I got the first one, and it was a little bit too tight. I sent back for another CNC one, and then it was still a little bit tight, and I finally had to pull the trigger and make some changes, and I got our new buckle. Now that you can see it, let me show you what it does. First of all, it looks really cool. I love it when you have the finished product, just the nice shine of the finished plastic. So just like with our Shamma buckle, like I was saying earlier, like, you know, you can move the location of the buckle up and down. The problem is this thing doesn't hold anything in place. This is for a hook and loop to lock that adjustment down. So with this guy, what we've got, notice how well it fits the material. So these things were just kind of made for each other. So this is a custom webbing for a custom buckle. It fits perfectly there. You can totally hold your adjustment wherever you need it to be. Watch. All right, so I'm going to put it there, and now it's going to go through the sandal a bunch of different ways, but when it comes out, it's going to go through this back slot here, and then it's going to come down through the front one, and you'll notice that the plastic is at an angle back, and so that's going to lock it in place. So watch. I'm going to pull from the bottom, and it doesn't matter how hard I pull, it's just going to stay locked. So the cool thing is with this new buckle, we can lock without hook and loop. I don't know how many people look underneath the sandals, but the great thing about these buckles is the plastic never touches your foot. You only have like this super silky soft webbing on the top of your foot. It's really a nice feel. Anyway, so this is it. This is our 3rd custom buckle, and it's kind of I think that's pretty cool. You know, we're just this little company, but we've managed to come up with our own little custom parts here and there to make our sandals work for you. Anyways, that is the new Shamma buckle. I have the final version of it. I'm super excited about it because it means we're really close to launching these new sandals. So just stay tuned for more details. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel for more weekly content. And make sure to click the bell so that you'll be notified every time we post something new.